Hello guys, what's up? What's up?
It's a wrap, it's a wrap.
You know what time it is.
It is goal chat.
Hashtag
Follow your football.
yes my guys, it's time for another video reaction of all the football endeavors in the world of football. Can't wait to have you from the beginning till the end. But in the meantime, make sure you subscribe.
Please
like,
comment,
leave us a comment,
and share
with your friends, and make sure your friends share with
your friends,
and your other friends share with your other friends. Okay. All right guys, thank you for having us, and we can't wait to share you with another amazing game week we've had. So much have happened in the world of football. Obviously we've had Eddie and
Sherry over here. I know you guys missed me, but I'm back.
Sherry
I'm back
is
with
back.
a wrap.
Sherry is back like she's never left.
Yes.
Yeah guys, so make sure please you stick from now till the end, because guys we have so much to share with you. And to start off, we're going to Paris,
my dream city. Oh yes, let's start from there.
All right, it's a dream city, but things are not going according to some people's dreams in Paris. Yeah, because Neymar and Messi get bored at their win against Bulldogs. At their, imagine, 3-0 win, and they were bored. So what is happening at Paris? Why do fans feel Neymar and Messi are their biggest letdown at PSG? Do you think so? That's our biggest question today. Please make sure you leave us a comment on the same about Neymar and Messi. Do you think they have a negative impact at PSG? And this is why PSG is worse than Tottenham at UEFA Champions League? Leave us a comment. But in the meantime, let's get a comment from Sherry.
So what I will say first and foremost is I will say that humans are never satisfied. They will never be satisfied regardless of anything that happens. So for me, I do not blame Messi for joining PSG, because at the that is his first team he's joined.
Away from Barcelona.
So we will not have known how Messi is if
away
he
from
never
Barcelona.
Exactly. So number one point is it just happened. But
what do you mean
just happened that
what just happened?
I remember us having this conversation, and you were saying that PSG is a cursed, it's a cursed team, right? So
okay,
what I will
in quotes. In quotes, guys.
So what I will say is I recommend Messi for what he did. It was brave of him. He needed to do that. But I think, now he's not been performing.
Okay, the problem is I think he did it when he was too old to move away from Barcelona. Yeah, you know, Barcelona is like they play in a system. So it's that they have a tic-tac way of playing, but when you go to Ligue 1, it's a whole new different kind of playing. Yeah, Pochettino has a different kind of play from Barcelona. PSG player, they have their own history and their own way of playing, and I just feel this has a negative impact on Messi. But when you talk about someone like Neymar, Neymar, since he moved to PSG, as in, do you think like there's something, does he have a positive impact at PSG?
Actually,
honestly?
he's been performing. I don't know what happened when Messi came in the picture, because we can all attest to this. Neymar has been performing. Even if he was not scoring goals, then he was assisting. But that didn't happen. I don't know now, because at first they were playing, when we were at Barcelona, they were playing Neymar and Messi. And then it became like, Neymar will not have left Barcelona. Right now, he'll be the one who will be shining. But no, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Neymar, him performing at Barcelona. No, sorry, not at Barcelona, at PSG. So he was performing at PSG.
What we know is at Barcelona, he was a performer.
He was a performer, but he was hesitant enough not to wait for Messi to retire. So he decided, you know what?
Yes, he wanted something on its own, you know, because when he was at Barcelona, he used to be overshadowed by Messi.
Exactly. Little did he know Messi would follow him back
At PSG.
I guess that is where the problem comes in.
So guys,
Yeah.
me, I need to know, do you think Messi is the problem at PSG?
I will just say this, as you had stated earlier,
Yeah.
Messi, I just feel Messi, I've always said Messi is a talented player.
Okay.
You know, when
Yes,
when we're
Messi
talking
is
about
so
talent,
talented. Yeah.
when you're talking about talent,
you think
we
of
talk
Messi.
Yes, and we
Yes.
talk of age.
Yes.
At a particular age, then you stop being phenomenal.
At your optimum and all that.
Because if you are to compare, let's say for example, let me drift a little bit, you guys. When you compare Messi to Ronaldo, for example,
yes.
Ronaldo, he's not talented, but he's a phenomenal
He's a hard
player.
worker.
He's a yeah, exactly. He's a hard worker. So now when we bring in Messi, I feel it's a little bit too late.
Okay.
When you consider his age. And
Yeah,
when you
both
talk
old
talent, no,
Ronaldo is doing great.
exactly. Now we are talking about talent,
Yeah.
because whatever Messi was doing at the pitch, it was all about talent. The
Okay.
way he was dribbling the ball at Barcelona. Remember, he only had one worry. Barcelona has been his pitch.
But you know, Messi
Uh-huh.
has a special bonding with Barcelona, because remember he started his career in Barcelona.
Yes.
Because in Barcelona, they're the ones who have made him get
All
around
those titles.
6 Ballon d'Or
Yes, yeah.
titles. He was in Barcelona, because the 7th one he got it
At
initiated to
PSG.
PSG.
Yeah.
So Barcelona is the home to Messi, and all his success he owe it to Barcelona.
Yes, Argentina.
And speaking of that, since his woes at PSG continue, there has been rumors that his agent has made contact with Barcelona.
Yeah.
So what do you think, guys, will happen should Messi go back to Barcelona? Remember, Barcelona, they are unbeaten in 11 games. We'll talk about that later.
After he left.
After he left.
After
yes.
he left.
We'll talk about that later. But do you guys think that Messi, should he go back to Barcelona? Yeah? That will be the right decision, considering his form at PSG.
So what I would say about that is, I don't think he will really perform.
Okay.
Because number one, we've discussed this in our previous videos. You guys can go back and confirm. We've talked about Lukaku, we've talked about Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will be wise enough for not Ronaldo, for Messi to go back at Barcelona. What I think is he needs to prove us that he's a talented player and he can play even in his old age.
Honestly, what I will do for him is just to score goals and give us assists. That's
But
all
he's
we
not
want.
been playing. Remember, he did it when he was too old. I wish we got to experience Messi in his young ages.
Yes.
But that didn't happen. So what he needs to prove is, in as much PSG, is it League One? It's
Yes,
a little
League
bit
One.
tricky for him. We need to see him elsewhere, and then now we can make conclusions.
I don't think
But
we'll
for
see
now,
that. Yeah.
For now, I cannot really comprehend about that.
Yeah.
But one thing I can say about Messi, I'm glad he did whatever he did. He did.
But honestly,
Only that he did it when it was a little bit too late.
that was amazing. And what I would say is, it's so unfortunate that PSG don't realize how much talent they have on the field. I don't think that's a wise idea to boom Neymar and Messi, honestly.
I honestly feel for Neymar, because all this is happening because you have Messi alongside.
Remember, Neymar came from Barcelona because he felt he was overshadowed by Messi, only for Messi to follow him at PSG, and they are not performing.
Exactly. So it's unfair for
I
Neymar.
think that's the worst thing that has happened to Neymar.
It is very unfortunate, but for me, I will say this to Neymar. Maybe we would have wanted him to stay a little bit longer, but at the end of the day, let's assume Neymar stayed a little bit longer and waited for Messi either to retire or to join PSG.
Okay.
And at that particular time, before Neymar left, we did not have any proof that Messi was leaving anytime soon. So Neymar needed to do what needed to be done. He needed to show his talent out there in the world, right? So he did
guys.
that.
All right.
So I'm sorry for Neymar, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And moving away from League One, honestly, there's so much drama there.
Yeah.
we go to none other than Arturo Vidal. Arturo Vidal is set to leave Inter Milan at the end of season. So where do you think Arturo Vidal will head next, or will he end up being a clubless player? I think Arturo Vidal did well at Bayern Munich, honestly. He was a vital player, of course, because of his age.
Yeah.
He moved to Inter Milan, they gave him, I guess, 1-year contract and is expiring at the end of season. I don't know where he will end up. I don't know if he'll end up at Premier League, but honestly, Premier League is so demanding. Yeah, but we'll keep an eye on Arturo Vidal. We don't know where he might end up, but we'll keep you guys updated on his next club destination.
If you may ask, why is that happening to him?
Arturo Vidal, okay, he's an old player. Obviously, I think he's had his better days back at Bayern Munich. He has won Bundesliga, he has won the Champions League, has won all those big cups with Bayern Munich. And yeah, this is a player seeing the what we call in Kenya, as DJ Afro says, wakati wa rara sarama.
Oh my god, I didn't see that one coming.
Huu ni wakati wa rara sarama for Arturo Vidal.
Why? Is it that we were playing with Inter Milan? We once played with them, right?
Okay. US.
Liverpool.
Okay.
Liverpool, and we scored 2-0, and then 1-0 they scored, and then we have so much controversies about that, so I'm not going to get into that.
Alright.
But he's done a phenomenal job.
He's a good player, but he's an old player at the end of the day.
So maybe I will give him, if he were to come to Premier League, for example, I will give him the middle performing teams. Yeah, or the clubs. So maybe something like Crystal Palace,
Aston Villa.
I think
is the destination for many of
yeah,
those
so
players.
for me, I will say with his experience and his past achievements, then definitely I will. If he were to come to Premier League, then I will definitely give him the middle performing clubs.
All right, and guys, from here we move to Barcelona.
Okay.
But do you know what? Ousmane Dembele is proving all of you guys wrong, including us. As in, Ousmane Dembele has 5 assists in the last 4 games. Remember, even he has also scored in those games. So I think Dembele is out here to prove guys wrong. What do you think?
I will say about Dembele, he's a phenomenal player. Only that his phenomenalness is never seen where it's supposed to be seen. So where he's supposed to shine, then definitely he didn't shine. So I feel he has to work on that.
Yeah.
But besides that,
he's an amazing player.
He's an amazing player.
He's talented.
And he scores when he's supposed to score.
Exactly.
Especially, let's talk about the game they played with Arsenal. Yeah. We really needed to see something about it. No, Arsenal. I mean Arsenal. We really needed to see. You see, okay, remember.
About Dembele.
Yes, Crystal Palace.
Dembele is for Barcelona.
Dembele.
Ousmane Dembele.
Oh my good lord, I'm out. Talk.
Alright, moving on.
Thank you. Carry on.
So we're talking about Ousmane Dembele as Barcelona. Roman Abramovich has now been sanctioned by the European Union. These guys, they're not stopping. They started with United Kingdom. Now they've gone to as far as European Union. So what do you think will happen to Abramovich at the end of the day? With all these sanctions here, left, right, and corner, I think he might just end up settling in Africa.
Okay. What I will say is, at first, I thought it was planned. I thought he was just giving a comment just for the sake of it.
No,
but moving forward,
this guy is heavily involved with Putin.
Yes, so. I did. At first I thought, you know what? We are just talking about this, and then after a while, we stop talking about him, and then life moves forward. But this move,
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's very crazy. And
honestly,
Abramovich, every day we have to wait for something new to come about him. Now it's European Union. The next thing might be even the whole world, leave alone European Union. Yeah, but it's, well, if he's supporting Putin, and remember even Putin moving away, kidogo too, lately he has even sanctioned the United States president should not step at Russia.
Yeah.
I think this is about to get even worse than they are.
But what I can talk about all this more, let's talk about the feminists. When you touch about a female, kindly be quite, I don't know the word that I'm supposed to use, but you really should be out to war with it. I don't want to talk about so much what happened with our Kenyans and everything, but when you talk about females, when you talk about feminists, you just have to put a war in it, and you have to be prepared about it. If you're not prepared,
what is about Abramovich and girls?
When we talk, no, I will not talk about Abramovich. I'll talk about Putin.
What is about with feminists? I don't get it.
You don't get it?
No.
Everything he does, it affects us as females. Because when there is a war, who are the most affected? It is the females and the children. So the moment you have a war about that, then definitely you have to be very intentional about, and you have to be very prepared about protecting the females, about protecting the kids. And if something goes against that, then no matter how much you tries, then it's going to affect you. Because we were talking about it last time, and he was about like saying, you know what, I'm going to give Chelsea to some, but in as much him giving, remember I told you this.
To sell, not to give up.
Exactly. He wanted to sell Chelsea to some whatever. But when I told you that, I told you, you know what, I just will do this for the press. That was just my own view. But right now, who is following him?
It's not a view, it's what it is.
It is what it is. So once you affect women, once you affect the children, you affect the whole world. As simple as that. You will not cover it up as simply as you will think it's gonna happen.
Alright, but okay, the amazing thing is the whole Abramovich thing is not like affecting Chelsea. They've been performing, and I think that's a good thing, because moving forward they need to keep that, because even Thomas Tuchel, at the end of the day, no one would love to work in such an environment of uncertainty.
Yeah.
But as long as they are performing, I think he's interested to continue with Chelsea. And moving on.
No, wait a minute. How have they been performing? Because you'll not tell me.
Well, they won against FA.
Middlesbrough. I will not call that a win. That one was expected. Give me a real win.
Middlesbrough have eliminated two Premier League clubs before Chelsea. Yeah. Even in Premier League, then the last game they played was against who?
I can't remember.
But I think they also played well.
Did they?
We will see about that later.
I don't know about Tuchel, but he's just lucky.
I don't think he's lucky. I think he's doing well.
He is.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And still on Premier League, go to Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira has won 4 points against Man City, and all of the 4 points without conceding a single goal. I think he's done well against Pep Guardiola. Obviously, we know how Pep performs. He's a crazy coach, and Patrick Vieira has shown him. The last game they won 2-0 at Etihad Stadium.
Yes.
And the other one they went 0-0.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, and that's the kind of impact we were hoping to see Patrick Vieira across the whole of Premier League clubs, not just at Man City.
So I will only say this: when they drew 0-0, I feel that was not seen. It was not expected, because we all thought Man City will take the lead.
Okay.
But him having garnered 4 points, I feel he's been phenomenal. His team has been phenomenal. They have done well, and good luck.
Can't wait for the next 10 games, honestly. I think Premier League is about to get crazy.
And they
if
did
it's not
us
yet
justice.
crazy.
They just did us justice. I did not expect this, because I was like, if the last game, Crystal Palace took the game.
Honestly,
so
now
this one, Pep will do anything.
Do you know what's about to happen, guys? We're about to have a rerun for the Premier League.
It's not happening. I'm sorry.
Because you guys are now around 1 point.
It's only 1 point,
One
and
point.
we have Man City to play.
So if you guys don't win that game,
My
then you're
friend.
fucked up. But
No.
if you guys win that game,
Do you remember last season when we played Man City? Within 20 minutes, we
That-
had scored 3 games. I don't know whether you can recall.
what you should remember as Liverpool fans, was it 2019, 2020?
No, talk about 2020, 2021.
Was it the one for 1 point?
No. The first time
2019 to 20.
we
You
won
guys,
3.
I'm not talking about winning against Man City. I'm talking about the Premier League crown. You guys went. It was 1 point difference
Yes,
all
when
the
Man
way
City
till
took
the
it.
end. Yes.
But
And
right
guys,
now,
imagine we're about to experience that.
no.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, guys.
It's 1 point about and these guys, they will banter.
No.
I can assure you,
No.
they will banter.
Let me tell you something.
Liverpool will banter
No.
the 1 point
Remember,
difference against
no,
Man
can I
City.
tell you something? Remember this. Guys, sorry about the noise. But then, remember when we had that 1 game difference?
Uh-huh.
There was no game that we were playing.
Okay.
It was not dependent on us.
Okay.
But we thank God that this time we are playing against Man City. That is going to be the determining factor.
When is that?
Man City, Liverpool, or
Yeah.
Liverpool, Man City. I don't know. I guess it's Man City, Liverpool. That is gonna be the determining factor. Should we win that game, we are out. We're gonna take the Premier League.
It's not a given.
It is.
We have other teams to play on.
Let me tell you something. If Man City takes that game, that's it. They're gonna win the Premier League. If
I
we
can't
take
assure you
that
that.
game,
I can't assure you that.
I will.
I
I'm
can't.
sorry. Okay.
I can't because this is Premier League, my
It
guys.
is.
This is the hardest game. Yeah, this is the hardest football Premier League. This is the hardest football league in the world. Yeah.
It is.
And there's a reason why it has that reputation, because even the small teams, they have a way of upsetting the big teams, and you have to stick till the end.
But
That's what I
remember
can say.
this. No, remember this. Right now, it's us against them. We do not need another team to concede. This time, it's us against Man City. Last time, we did not get to experience that. And that makes the whole difference. And let me tell you something. We are the mentality giants. We do not give up. And let me tell you something. Guys, I can promise you this. The game between Man City and Liverpool, if it ends by Man City winning, then they will win the league. And if we win that game, definitely we will, and then we will. Then we are the Champions League.
Let me tell you guys, we'll be here for all that.
Yes, and I'll
so
remind
make sure
you.
you stick till the end of season, alright? Alright guys, now onto other story. There was another dramatic game against Everton versus Newcastle. Yeah, obviously we know some fan tied. Was it in him or herself? I don't know. To the goalpost, and they even had to come with the cutters. I don't know where they got them from, but there was a delay of around 10 minutes. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys feel, but this is Korea Oil. They were saying no to oil, but we can't relate because obviously huku mafuta inapanda daily. Yeah. Huku unaamka juzi hata mafuta imepanda by 5 bob. Petrol na diesel. So it's the same. I think it's a global problem. Yeah, because even them, they're talking about oil and all that. We don't know what exactly the fan was communicating. Yeah, maybe you can comment and tell us what they were talking about. But all we know is there was a fan alijitae kwa goalpost, and yeah, there was some delay before they could cut the whatever the string alikuwa amejifunga nao kwa shingo. Yeah, and that game was crazy. Yeah, after it got back, Everton went ahead and won the game, but Frank Lampard broke his hand. It was a crazy game. And when he was talking to the media, he was saying, it's worth it. If he got the 3 points, he doesn't mind breaking his hand.
So what I will talk about Frank Lampard is, remember he's been out there, and now Everton has not been performing, right? So for him breaking his hand, I just feel it was something like he just wanted to be in the news, because he's the one who got to tell us that, you know what, guys, I broke my hand. I'm like, seriously, Lampard? But it got us talking, and now we are talking about you. But Everton has not been performing, and them getting the 3 points, then they needed that. And for Frank, he needed to talk out there. You know what? Besides the 3 points, my arm is broken. Besides my arm broken, you guys saw that we had someone who had hung himself. It was a lot.
It was a dramatic game.
It was very dramatic, and if you did not get to watch that game,
please make sure you watch the highlights. All right.
Kindly watch the highlights. Kindly watch when Lampard is talking, and then you will just feel it's like it's somehow staged. It's like he's just talking for him to secure his position as a coach manager. My thoughts, though.
It is what it is. You have to fight.
Yeah, definitely.
And still on that, we have Harry Kane. Harry Kane has now scored the most away goals in the Premier League history. He has even outdone Rooney. Rooney had the record, but he did it under 105 games less. So he's a goat on his own.
105 less?
Yes. No. 105 less appearances. That's what Rooney was the one who was holding the record.
Yes, I know he was holding the record. I'm not so sure, but it's not 105. I read that, but I'm not so sure how many less goals he has.
Just go and confirm.
But what I will say about Harry Kane is, I would recommend him. He's played at Tottenham.
I just feel Kane should just move away from Tottenham.
What I will say is, Kane, get what you're supposed to get before moving out. Because if you move out before holding something onto your record, then it's not gonna ever happen. So for me is, last time we talked about Kane with Son, and they had the most assists and everything. At least they had outbeat that, and right now we are still talking about him holding the highest records, away goals. So for me, for Kane, I would recommend him. He's a phenomenal player, and in as much we will not say he's the GOAT, because that's not gonna happen until he proves himself. But I like what he's done, what he's achieved. What is happening? I love what he's achieved, and I can only wish him nothing but the best. So,
but he has to achieve the best. Please move away from Tottenham.
Really?
Yes.
Is he gonna make it away from Tottenham?
Yes, he will.
Maybe he would. Then
he has played in the Premier League and is doing this. The best thing for him, just move away from Tottenham. You don't even have to go to another Premier League. You can go to another league and still win. So will he perform? Yes, he will.
I would only wish him nothing but the best. What I would only hope for is him to get rewarded for what he's done at the Premier League. Because if he then gets
reward, you can get is a trophy, and Tottenham they are not getting
exactly. That is my problem.
So please get away from Tottenham. That's what I will tell you.
Okay.
All right, guys, and as you all know, Champions League happened. We had Atletico versus United.
Yeah.
Obviously, Atletico won 1-0, so 2-1 at aggregates. And the another game was Benfica versus Ajax. Benfica won 1-0 also. The last game was a draw, so they won 1-0 and it was against 3-1. So obviously Atletico get to proceed with Benfica, and now the quarterfinals, we have the draws. We have Benfica will face Liverpool.
I just feel that is a very simple game for us. We do not get this.
I just wish like Benfica would disappoint, But we have to wait, as in, this is the Champions League, this is the best league in the world, because you have to face some of the best teams in the world. And yes, we'll be out here to react and to tell you all about that. The next one, we have Villarreal will face Bayern Munich. Do you even think Villarreal have a point, or they have a say against Bayern Munich?
What I would say about this, Villarreal have played against the last time they played against you guys.
Yeah.
The last Champions League, right?
It was Europa Finals.
It was Europa Finals when they won. So what I would say about Villarreal, I've seen them improving. And when I look about the last game, about
honestly,
Bayern,
what I can say,
Bayern were playing against what? Just a second. They were playing against what team was that? Lions.
The one they beat against 5.
Okay. Before the 5, it was a 0-0.
Oh, 1-1.
It was a 1-1. So which game was that? I can't recall the game, but once I watched that game, I was like, Bayern is not that phenomenal.
Then they went and beat them 7.
Yes, they beat them 7. I just guess they were like, if we did that, then we can do this. Maybe they slept a little bit. But what I can say about Villarreal, I've seen your games, I've seen how you perform, and I'm betting on you that Bayern is gonna be out at the quarterfinals.
I don't think so.
Yes.
The next one, we have Man City Atletico Madrid.
That is a game to watch.
And well, we can only wish for English teams all the best, because we don't want to see Champions League going away from England, honestly. Yeah. And okay, the last one, we have Chelsea versus Real Madrid. If you can remember, the last time Chelsea met Real Madrid, Chelsea won.
Yeah.
So Real Madrid will up there to revenge and all that. And honestly, we can't wait to share and see what really happens in that game. It will be a phenomenal game.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'm just betting on Chelsea on this game. Kindly make us proud.
Yes, as we talk about Chelsea are also in the FA, and they once again is Middlesbrough 2-0. Yes, so some of the other games we can look up for FA. We have Crystal Palace against Everton.
Yeah,
That's an amazing game.
I guess it has started, right?
It was set to start. I don't know. It has started just a few minutes. Then we have Southampton against Man City.
Oh God.
Then the last one, we have Nottingham Forest against Liverpool. That's a walkover for them, honestly. Yeah. And there's so much we can look for. Obviously, Premier League continues, and there's not much happening this weekend, so we won't have much to share about Premier League. But come next weekend, Premier League will be continuing. And yes, we'll have so much to look up for. There's so much developing news also in the world of football. Please make sure you stick around for all that. Yes, but in the meantime, guys, we just want to thank you for the love and for the support you have shown us as Gold Chat family. And what I can say to you is we have so much coming in the looking forward. Yes, there will be so much happening. Please make sure you stick around. Yes, there will be so much changes, by the way. Yes, we're gonna have a few changes here and there, just to give you guys some of the, because we've listened to you guys, and as much as you guys enjoy football, we want us to feature in other news. And yes, we want to feature also in other news making headlines. Yes, please make sure you stick around. There's so much to be happening. But in the meantime, guys, just want to thank you. Please give us a subscribe if you have not yet. Give us a comment, give us a like. And for now, it's a wrap for us, guys. Till next time, see you guys. So much love. Eddie, see you guys.
And Sherry over here, and Kalipupa and George, you're gonna be seeing them in the next video.
Yes. Okay, guys. What I want Kalipupa, George, and Sherry together.
Yes,
but it's not even possible.
But it's gonna be possible as soon as possible. So Kalipupa or George or the three of us, we're gonna make this happen as soon as ASAP Rocky.
All right, guys, thank you. I'm the common denominator here, so I'm the one to close this show.
Yeah.
And for now, it's a wrap, guys. All right.